Hi, Val. His glove is fighting me. There we go. All right. All right, so last night I didn't end up taking those pictures that I was talking about, but I did finish all the mechs this morning, so I'll have pictures of them up today. We'll just be doing finishing touches on all these. That's pretty much it. This guy's gonna have black hair. So we did the brown undercoat, and then I'm gonna ink it black. And I like doing that way, so you get more natural highlights instead of, let's say if I was doing black, you would do like a dark gray highlight or something. I just think this looks more natural. Especially since the tones on this guy is so warm. It makes sense to use a warm base color. And as you see it dry, you'll see it makes sense. Using Vallejo Gaming because it has a ton of pigment in it. I should be getting some more Vallejo Gaming in the mail today or tomorrow. Arthur! Sorry, my cat's chewing on something in the other room. I have no idea what he's doing. Arthur, do you want a treat? Can I lie to you so you stop? Do you want a treat? Come get a treat. Come here, I'm lying to you. Come here. Come get a treat. Alright. So beyond whatever he was just chewing on, do have to be a little bit precise here. Giant rat. He's still doing whatever he's doing. I'm about to, hold on. I gotta handle this. Hold on. Cat, what are you doing? Hey, come here. You sit right there, you stay. You know what you were doing. You goofball. Alright. He had like pulled a bag off of a table. Alright. So you can see the black ink has been drying and it's really subtle, the color underneath, which is what we wanted. Around these areas, I just gotta make sure I'm not getting it on the armor or his skin. Pretty much anything that's finished. Okay, so he is finished. The only thing he needs really are just his bags and the metal on him, and he's done. You can see really subtle on that hair, like super subtle, but still looks pretty good. So I'm gonna actually do his bags real quick. Since he didn't get them done yesterday, he'll just be one step closer to being finished. And the reason why I'll do the bags now is because we're going to go through and ink the dark brown hair on everybody else. Oh, look at that foot. We didn't do that foot yesterday, so hold on. I'm going to actually wash that. Simulate the wash that we had yesterday. Pray it looks similar. If not, well. Anyway, now we can do that. I went ahead and had to delete all the videos off of the YouTube channel because I realized Facebook wasn't going to allow me. So if you upload a video to Facebook in HD, you can re-download it in HD, and that's just kind of how things work. But if you're live streaming onto Facebook in HD, they don't let you download it in HD, which is kind of stupid. But so right now I'm actually recording in 1080p. And then after the stream, I'll be able to upload them to YouTube full resolution. So, and then maybe I'll share that information back onto here, but I definitely won't make a big deal about it, because if you're already watching the stream, then you know. I'll do the bow a separate color. The bow has a mold line on it that I might be able to cut off. We'll see. It's in a weird spot, so. But I'm gonna have to let this dry, so we'll worry about that after we do all this stuff. Alright, so that's this all the bags on this dude. So, now we can start doing the dark ink. on everybody else that needs it. Somebody used the last of one of my old washes here. Throwing the brush around. Let's see how it looks. Yep, that's good. That'll work. So this one not as dark as the straight up black Vallejo Game Ink. You can hopefully tell on the camera because you can immediately see the brown underneath coming back out. So the afternoon stream today will be delayed because I have something to do at 3 o'clock. So I'll need to start getting ready at about 1:30-ish. Then once I'm done with that, probably like 4 to 5 to 6, I'll be back on here. That's good. And then we're going to go back over this stuff too after it dries with little edge highlights of the brown. And that'll give us the rest of the detail that we need. I'm going to go over parts of these leggings right here again. Didn't share this video anywhere, so wanted to keep today's a little bit low key, and then tomorrow we'll share out again. Okay, his bag should be good to go, so we'll go ahead and ink them. If you are watching, say hello. I know I have some people watching. The week is halfway done. Made it this far. What's up, Eric? Alright, so that's all done. So I'm going to start knocking out all the metallics we have left on these guys. Oh yeah, I needed to... I am not sure where my hobby knife is, so that's... Oh, it's over here. 1 second. Needed to see if I could cut these mold lines off. Okay. And then on the bow, possibly, hopefully. Gotta figure out the right direction to come from here. Yeah, this one's not... That one's not being nice. Try this side. That's it. That's all I can really do on that, so well. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so let's move on to the rest of the silvers. So the silver that I'm using right now is a little bit darker than what I used prior on these guys. But it's the same silver I used for everything else, so... And we'll put this all over everything, and then we'll wash it down, and we'll highlight it up, and that's all you gotta do. Pretty basic formula there. And then these guys do need to have all their other metal highlighted, but that one's done with like a silver. And this is a plate metal, so a little bit different. This guy's covered in metal plating, so we're going to go through and do all that as well. Actually, I'm going to let his swords dry before we go back in there, just because I'm going to have to hold the swords, so we'll ignore that for just a few minutes. So these guys already had the metal on there, but, or actually used a different metal, but we'll just dry brush this. Just a tad. And then we'll go back into the other pieces of metal I have in here. I figured their blades would be kind of dirty. All right. Huh, what happened there? To go over that again, it's fine. Just doing the metal plate underneath his shoulder bones here. Whew. Choking. Alright, so I think that's it for him. At least for that color. What's up, Lizzie? Alright, so this guy... still had his little parts here. Pretty simple, and then I'm going to do the staff metal as well. And we'll just wash it down quite a bit. And the staff is bent, but Cool Mini or not, the company that produces this game, they used a really soft plastic. So with most games that use soft plastic, you can just hit it with really, really hot running water, almost boiling, as hot as you can get it. And then you can mold it back into shape, straighten it out, and hit it with cold water, and it locks the shape back in. And you can do that after you've already painted them. It's not going to hurt the acrylic paint. So a little pro tip there for you. The more you know. And I think this guy doesn't have any... yes, he does. Okay. You'll notice too, I'm just literally painting the entirety of the swords and the scabbards all silver. With tabletop commission stuff like that, if it's a minor detail, it's kind of like the bags, right? Like they're all going to be the same. Unless it would make sense to use a different color, but for these, once they get washed, it'll all sort of just run together. Then they still do have gloves that need to be painted, but that's not a big deal. I may do a couple different washes on these, or different colors, just to kind of break up the metal, depending on what it is, but these are just the final steps. And he has these, he's got this like chain situation going on. So we'll bring that out, there we go. And we'll do his mace. You'll notice too I leave gloves alone until after I do this part, just so I don't have to be crazy accurate with weapons. And then he has a sword tucked under his cloak here, which is pretty weird, but interesting sculpting decision for sure. Metal's starting to get a little thick here, drying out. Add a little bit of water to it. All right. So that is all the metal for all of those that we have painted so far. So let's see, we got 42 minutes, not bad. Let me actually check my phone and drink some coffee here for a second. Gotta wake up. This morning when I woke up around 7, I started finishing the rest of all those scythe mechs, so I did some snow bases and stuff. So I can show you what that looks like real quick if you'd like. So you can see I did the edges of the bases on these and then threw on the basing material. Nothing too crazy, just make them look nice. And then they requested snow on these. That's about it, though. But so all 7 of those are finished, and then today I'll take pictures. Probably during the lunch break period before I get ready to go for the thing I've got going on later. Let me knock out 2 of these bases here real quick. And I did mess up. Actually, I realized I left off Lil Ned's like tiny foot section that's coming out. So should probably do that real quick before I do the base. All I'm gonna do is just add that base tone flesh color, and then we'll just wash it, and it'll be like we did it with everything else. No one will know better. Alright, so for these washes, I'm gonna just do the easy route here and use Army Painter Strong Tone wherever that is on my table. Of course, it has disappeared. There it is. Alright. Let me switch back. To all the wonderful people out there. So just going through, darkening these up a bunch. Then we can do highlights on them. Just making sure it's not pooling anywhere strange, anywhere where it wouldn't naturally with light. The music is all lo-fi, down-tempo hip-hop stuff. Give me 1 second. 1 second. There you go. So we're just going back through, shading all the metal we just painted if you're just now joining. Doing the final touches on these guys. And then this evening, this afternoon, I'll be moving on to the final 4. And the commission will be done. Oops, splattered. Whoops. That's the other nice thing about these low intensity inks. If you accidentally splatter them or something, you can wipe them up pretty quick. Like it never happened. You'll notice too I'm kind of switching between washes because I have that other kind of dark brownish wash already on the palette. So I'm just mixing the two off and on. But the desired effect we're going for is just dirty. So as long as I pull that off, it is a-okay. And you'll see when it dries too, it dries less intense than it actually looks, as with most washes. So it's not like we're darking it up too much. Alright, so that's that while everything dries. Wait, I think that's everybody, right? Yeah. Pretty sure. I'm gonna go ahead and do those two bases real quick. Ooh, this cap was not on all the way almost. That could have been devastating. Oh. Did I pick this up on the... Well. Messed that up a little bit. Trying to wipe the excess wash off. There we go. Well, that blade's gonna be a little wonky. Just a tad bit, but... Just gotta figure out how to hold him without messing... There we go, we'll just do this. Oh, and I went over the foot that we forgot. Oh my god. Alright, well, whatever. We'll just redo that completely as long as I don't forget it. But I don't think I'll forget it. But not the best thing to happen just then. That's what you don't want to do, is accidentally cover up something with black paint that you've already painted. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's alright. We are far ahead of schedule anyway on this, so to speak. So, alright, let that base dry, and then we'll knock out little Ned here. Plain black bases on this commission. Nothing fancy. I'm a big fan of black bases though. So not too shaken about it. There we go. Alright, so we'll let them dry as well. Alright, so it has been an hour, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to let that stuff dry, and then whenever we're back, we'll finish up the metals. Whoops. There we go. Alright, I will be back in a minute. right. Give me 1 second here. Oh, okay. All right. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. All right. So real quick, we're gonna go ahead and finish the highlights on the elf dudes. Just making sure the metallic flecks aren't coming off of the gloves I'm wearing. We had that happen yesterday. And that wasn't very good. Alright, so we're just going to be doing really small highlights. And edge work, essentially. So you can see it just brightened up all the metal quite a bit.
Internet point.
Alright, so that model is 100% finished. So I'm going to put him way over there. Way over there. Let's move on to this guy.
Internet board.
Alright, that's it for him. Oh, he has a different one. There we go. I forgot I was using separate metal here. That I obviously put way too much out on the palette, but whatever, it happens all the time. Actually lied about those two because I have to do the other silver. Alright. There's that. Bring that plate mail metal back. Oops. So this metal just has a completely different tone to it. Okay, YouTube died. Sometimes their live stream messes up too, though. Because that's what I play while I'm working is another live stream off a YouTube channel. Why did I just get to what? What? Why am? Oh my gosh! My phone is so stupid. Sometimes it gives me a notification for absolutely worthless stuff. Oh yeah, let me check this channel. Oh yeah, it did mess up. There we go. Pretty much going through and re-highlighting the top of the blades, leaving the bottom shaded. Except for the hilts. The hilts go all the way through. So is this guy done? No, so he's almost finished, so I gotta leave him over here. That one is finished. That one is finished. That one is finished. Alright. I just gotta remember who's not done. And I got silver on the tip of that red, so we gotta fix him. He's not done anyway, because I have to do the The book that he's got on him. It's really simple work. Pretty boring just dealing with dry brushing, but you gotta do it. Whoops, wrong. There we go. right on these two, I guess we can go ahead and do this. I was gonna do some really, really subtle highlights on them. Where's their blue? There it is. Whoops. Realized I was way out of frame. Just hitting these subtle highlights here. Sort of like dry brushing, but the brush is wet. There we go. So we are totally done with 5 currently. Very close to others. Trying to remember why I thought he wasn't done. Oh, the gloves. Okay. All right. So I'll just use a different brown for that. Well, this one's shot. The mixing medium came out everywhere. So I guess I'll throw in some of this dark brown. Sometimes that happens. With Army Painter paints, anyway. So I have to overmix, but it's alright. Alright. Not the end of the world here. Alright, so... Just throwing these browns on here, separate tone. Then we're gonna use a really dark brown wash on it. This brown essentially fills the gap for everything else that we had left. Alright, so for now, that's going to be it. The evening stream will finish everybody up completely, plus the other 4 to knock them out. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and end, and then upload this stream, take pictures of the new stuff I finished this morning, and get that up on the site as well. So, thanks for hanging out. Kept this stream pretty low-key. This afternoon, of course, it's going to be delayed a little bit, so probably around 4:15 is when I'll start the second one. But I will see you guys then.